Hello Capricorn, this is your March 1st to March 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Bonfire Tarot by Gabby Angus-West. And for the support cards, The Secret Language of Color by Ina Segal. Woo! Okay. Okay. This one can be flipped. Okay. And do we want these together? Yes. Okay. Oh. Got a little color theme going on here. Alright, so your overall energy, let me just remind myself that that's face down. Your overall energy is the High Priestess. I want to say this was the same for Virgo. And I feel like it's a dedicated effort, getting things done, getting through things, being diligent and sticking to the path, doing things because they need to be done because you said you would do them, having that resolve. Okay. So that seems to be the overall energy we're starting with. I also feel like you're getting things started. I'm getting like this awkward flower feel. Like these are, what are those things? Coral? Allow the flow and synchronicity. Allow things to happen, I guess. Synchronicity in the flow. I'm actually looking at this a little differently, I think. It seems to me, the way it feels is like things are a little... I'll even let you see what that says in case that means something to you. In case it affects your life. Allow flow and synchronicity into your life. I'm not really getting that that's what the point is of this card for this reading, though. It makes me feel like there's an awkward beauty to the situation. Things are a little odd, a little different. I even think you might look at them as if they're a little awkward, but they're still beautiful. And it's something you need to be involved with, so you're moving things forward, you're taking the initiative to get things going. I kind of feel like it's a continuation. I don't feel like you're starting it, I feel like it's a continuation. But things are a little awkward right now. For whatever reason, things feel awkward, but they're good. Alright, now we got the environment, which is a face-down color card, which makes me wonder what this is. Pearl. This makes me feel like there's a stable value to this relationship. Typically with pearls, I think it says connect to the divine, but it makes me feel like wisdom, pearls of wisdom, that's always what pops to my head. But this, in your case, it makes me feel like something that's been well established, a lot of value. It still seems awkward, though. It makes me feel like it's definitely something of value. It may not be your first choice, but you definitely see the value in it. I feel like you're digging these up, too. I feel like the pearl reference is also because it's something you're uncovering. That's one of the awkward things about this. The more you get into it, the more, at this part at least, the more you're seeing the value, the hidden value of the situation. Okay. And I really feel like it's hidden. Like, until you get into it, until you start doing it, and into this part of it, I don't feel like you're seeing it as much. At least not as much. You're learning more about whatever's going on. You're learning a lot. And I feel like you're liking it, but you're kind of looking at it like, well, not my first choice, but still good. Still good. As you get into this, I feel like this not seeing the value until you get into it, and like you're digging up the value and you're like unearthing all this beauty. As you're seeing that, I feel like it's being recognized. Whoever this is affecting, whatever this is affecting, whoever you're affecting, it changes things, and I feel like they open up. And when they feel like you understand them better, because I feel like it's either an awkward person or an awkward situation. Something's awkward, but good. It's just they're different. Something's different about them, just off the beaten path, and you just kind of look at them like, I don't know what you're about, but I think I like you. I think it's good. And the more you get to know them, or more you get into the situation, you're like, no, this is good. I like this. Not my first choice, not how I would do it, but still good. I feel like they really open up, and this starts more conversation. I feel like this is the beginning of open and honest dialogue about the situation or person. I'm kind of getting like a mixed feeling here. I mean, basically because it's a general read, it hits people differently. It's either a situation or a person. I feel more for the person aspect of it because it's easier for me to connect to, but definitely some of you are getting involved in a situation where like there's an investment involved and you're just like, it's nice, but I don't know if I really want it. And then the more you get into it, you're seeing this beauty, this different than you're used to, at least. And you're like, you know what, I could really get into this. This is good. And I feel like once you unearth those beautiful things, even though they're different from what you're used to, you're very much into it and you start going forward. And that's where things start. You start communicating with other people, getting more involved in it, and it goes forward that way. If it's a person, though, once you unearth that beauty and they realize you recognize it for what it is and they feel more valued because you're seeing it and they realize you're seeing it, they're opening up to you and they want to talk to you more. They feel more comfortable with you. So in either aspect, especially the person one, I feel like this is really, really good and really like, especially in the person aspect, you get closer. Like they open up a lot more and they're not afraid to be themselves because they realize they're different from you, but you're not holding it against them. I feel like there's a fear of that. Like, because they're different, people look at them like there's something wrong with them, and you're not looking at them like there's something wrong with them, just that they're different, and that's okay. And you're okay with it. And you're seeing the value of it. It helps them a lot. I feel like this is kind of reminding me of the Virgo thing again, because it's like this healing aspect you're giving someone else by giving them that acknowledgement of the situation or helping out in some way. I think it's reversed in the sense, but you're acknowledging something about them and you're identifying it as value. And I don't feel like they're used to that, and it really, really means a lot. It means a very great deal to them. I feel like this is very much like the blooming of a situation. I feel like that's a great reference, actually, for the situation. Because it's not like you just newly started this. I really feel that this isn't a new situation, but you're getting deeper involved, and like the plant has gotten to the part where it's starting to bloom. It's that part. And like the communication opening up from this other person, or the situation where you're really finding the value and you're starting to talk about it more and getting excited about it more. Like it's starting to bloom for that reason. Like it's starting to really start to take shape and really... I can't believe that it just stopped right there. So either I must have touched on whatever it was I needed to touch on, because it's kind of just kind of done. Okay, so alright. That happens once in a while. I think it basically meant that I was going on too long with that, so that's fine. So we're going forward. This is interesting. The situation you're a part of. I feel like the person you're helping that's a little awkward. Like, I feel like you're helping in the sense of you're someone they can talk to now. And like, I feel like you're enjoying talking to them more now that you understand them a little more if it's a person aspect. I seem to be in two different lanes here. If it's a person aspect, I feel like you're talking to them more, and you're helping them see things that they're not seeing. You're helping them sort out situations. Like, even though they see things differently, you're still able to communicate and talk things out with them. I feel like you're able to validate what you feel they're doing well, and you're able to also like advise things that they don't like, certain things they don't like what's happening, and you're advising them on how to do it differently, still with their own flair, if you will. Okay, like the way you honor them, like I feel like if this is a person for you, if that's the line this is following for you, when you unearth those pearls of value, I should say, that beauty, you unearth those gems, like they feel like you understand them and you honor that and you make sure that you reiterate that you see that and you honor that, and that's great. And this is what you can keep, and this is what you should probably change just to make it easier on yourself. And I feel like you put it that way, like you honor how they are, because I feel like you're realizing that they're not usually, people don't usually honor that about something about the way they're different isn't honored the same way, and you're honoring it, and it makes a difference, and you're able to talk things out with them. I feel like you also, while you enjoy, you very much enjoy, like, the chocolate in the auburn makes me think you enjoy it, but you have to keep yourself objective. And I feel like enjoying the situation and keeping yourself objective is very key here. And I feel like you're doing that very well. Auburn on the card says ground yourself. Chocolate says nourish your body and soul. I feel like when I see the chocolate that you're enjoying this time with this person. You enjoy hanging out with them at this point. I don't know if it was always that case, but at this point you are. Depends on you. Depends on the situation, how it unfolds for you. And I do feel like you're enjoying the talks with this person. However the relationship falls for you. I'm getting like, don't define the relationship, because sometimes people get caught up in that. It's an important relationship to you. Let's just put it that way. It matters to you. And while you're enjoying it, I feel like you're very careful to stay grounded, because you want to be of value and you want to help. You want to be helpful. You don't want to just over agree when you feel like you could give advice and help this person move forward and be happy. Okay. Now this is where it's interesting. I feel like this goes in a few different directions. Now, when you're dealing with this other person, how it's affecting them. Like the way you're treating them is affecting other relationships, and they're getting along better. I feel like you're giving them more of a stable grounding. Like I feel like there's a lot of heart with this person that you're helping, you're talking to. They're a little awkward, but they got a lot of heart, and they're a good person. And you see that. I don't feel like you'd be wasting your time if you didn't think so. And the way you're affecting them, and this is kind of shaky, I think, because, and I keep shaking it, if I could stop myself. Okay. Because I feel like it's a nervous energy almost. But you're kind of like, all right, let's calm down. Let's handle it this way. And I feel like you're helping them stabilize, and they're moving into other relationships and situations. And like when I see the Queen of Coins here, you got the King of Cups, and then you have the Queen of Coins. I feel like you're taking this emotional state this person's in, and you're stabilizing it. You're helping them see ways to stabilize it and to keep certain things stable in their life. Like you're helping them figure out like what is out of control, why is it out of control, what can they do to get it more in control. You're helping them with like tools of life. I think there's a book I read that was the name of the Tools of Life. I want to say it was a Sylvia Brown book. I could be wrong. It's almost like you're giving them tools for life. Tools for life. So what does that mean? Ways to calm down. Other ways to handle things. For example, I have a feeling you're probably good at organization. You're giving them tips on how to organize. Use your phone. Set up reminders. Put it on your calendar. Do certain things at the same time every day. Things like that. Like I feel like you're teaching them how you do things and what's worked for you, and it's like they're pulling it into their own life. You're teaching them how to stabilize themselves. And I feel like that's where that grounding above you. That's why you're staying grounded too, and you're helping them. You're like, I want things to be easier for you. And you can definitely keep going with this, and that, but you can just add in a little bit more stability, and everything is so much easier for you. I know it might not be something you really like to do, but still, you're going to like the results, and it's going to make things easier for you, and you can still do things your own way. Yes, okay. I don't think I went on too long here. This was like to the side. I'm not even sure if this is valid, but well, yeah, it is. Okay. I got this in the beginning. King of Swords. I didn't really look at the card. I had it face down over here because I had a feeling like it dragged through the whole reading. And I feel like it's you kind of taking care of someone, kind of getting the communication out there, Your heart is involved in this situation. You're seeing value here. You're bringing forth that value. You're teaching somebody their own value and how to use it. You're imparting your knowledge about how you've dealt with other situations, similar situations, and you're giving that knowledge. This is just one of those times in life where you're able to give. And I feel like you're more than happy to. I feel like when you first get into this situation, whatever's going on here, until you unearth those pearls of value, I feel like you might be kind of like, I don't know about this. I'm like, I don't know if it's a little awkward. But once you get into those pearls and you unearth those pearls of beauty, like it changes things. It makes you really see the value of how this person, because this person is a little awkward, or if the situation, it could be situation. There's two things going on here. I do realize that. But once you get in there and you see the value, like you have to discover it for yourself, and you're just like, I see this now, and I think other people need to see it too. And I think if I help this person a little bit and just talk with them, which I really do like them, I think it can be more evident all of this value and beauty that they have to share with the world, just by if I can just help them calm down a little bit. I kind of feel like it's kind of dulling down again. I think, and I've noticed a lot lately when I do these readings, when it starts dulling down is because when it starts to reiterate or go around a second time with the same track, it just kind of like, it kind of goes down. Like, we don't need to go through it a second time. You have it on video. Anything else here? I think we're good. Because we went through the whole thing. Yeah, I think we're good. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you want a direct reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a good day.